least in the other part of the season?
Yeah, I mean, we're not performing. We're not making plays. I mean, it's clear as day. We continue to try to make adjustments in practice, but I think we all saw like some of the plays, like Kinsler's play, like that's a tough play. But other than that, I would deem most of those, from what I remember, is just routine plays, and we're not doing it. I mean, we're not doing it, and you're never going to win a baseball game. Or the fact that we even we're in striking distance because of how McCoy did. I think we hit 4 guys, 5 errors, and maybe another play that wasn't ruled an error that to me is a play that we got to make. So you're never going to win a baseball game like that. It's just, I don't know if disappointing is a word. I mean, but how we felt coming off Sunday, and then excited, and everyone's intent on the whole day was great. Like, guys came in ready to go, and it's just it's a tough one. I mean, for sure, just circumstances and where collectively as a team we felt like we were at, and just the energy we came in with today, and we just we did not perform.
You mentioned adjustments you're making in practice. What are some of those adjustments, and how else are you going about attempting to shore up the defense?
Yeah, we're hammering these guys ground balls. We're trying to put them in situations and make it as game-like as possible, and being pretty tough on them. And I think a mental hurdle you got to get over. Just like anytime you're struggling offensively, you got to over a hurdle. And I feel good in the progress and the progression we're making offensively. Now we got to do that defensively, and we're not, and that's my fault.
When it comes to messages to the ball club after losses, what does this one look like, or what is this one going to look like?
Yeah, I mean, I just talked to him, and my message was, I had a different message after Saturday night. I'd say probably as stern as you could possibly get, and then, after Friday night, and then Saturday, my message was the same as the message was today. You gotta believe you're good. You gotta believe you're a good team, because no one drew this up. No team draws this up. Specifically though, with I think the guys we got in the locker room and the expectations they have for themselves and the expectations they have for the team, we got to believe. I mean, I think, what are we, 11 games in? And it's still early. And I said at some point time will run out, but now's not that time. And it just comes down to the fact that, me included, like, we got to do it. We've got to do it and play a 9-inning baseball game, like a clean 9-inning game. And we're just making mistakes, myself included, that are not, things are going to help you win. And in today's college baseball, like, everyone has good players. Like, it doesn't matter how many, projected draft picks you have or this or that. Like, everyone has good baseball players. Like, they have good baseball players. And if you don't play a clean game, you're not going to win. I mean, we've shown that I think we can play with anyone, but also get beat by anyone, and that's baseball. So right now, the games that we're losing, the other team is not making the same amount of mistakes that we're making. I don't know did we out hit them tonight? I don't know. Maybe probably, or it was close, or I don't know what the hits were or the on base, but it wasn't like one way or the other. But the free bases, they just killed us.
When it comes to offensive approach, what did you see from your guys, and why were they not able to put up enough runs to completely claw back?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see today, to me, as like a offensive output. Like, it wasn't, what maybe we won or what we saw on Sunday, but I thought we hit some balls really hard. I thought at-bats were collectively good. It wasn't something I go back on and think that it lost us the game. But it wasn't enough to win us the game when you make those kind of mistakes with the free passes, the 9 free passes, or the way I look at it, 10, because a play should have been made. So offensively, I feel like we're going. Like, I like what we did on Sunday. I don't hate what we did today. I don't love it, but that's not I don't think that's the reason we lost the game. I thought we squared some balls up and just didn't have anything to show for it.
lost in a lot of the negatives, going to be the positive of Caden McCoy. What did you see from him in his 3 innings of work today?
Yeah, I mean, he's got, for a freshman getting his second time back out there, he's, stuff is great, but he's got stuff and he's ultra competitive. And he threw strikes and competed. When he didn't, he got back in there. It was really good to see. I mean, that was, if I could pick one positive of the night, I think it was clearly that. So that was, I was really proud of him, and he, we're gonna keep going until the end of the game, and that's why he pitched the way he did, and then bringing in Brad to get that out because we felt like we still had a chance. We just at some point, it's gonna click, and it needs to happen, and we just got to continue to believe that it will happen, and I do, and that's how I wake up every single day. I wake up every single day and I envision today's the day, and I see the best version of every single player every single day, and I believe it. I think most of them believe it, and it's just about execution, because I can talk all I want, and I've had to talk a lot over the last week about this and that, but I mean, talk is really nothing. Like, we got to do it, and that's, I'm not saying we as in them, I'm saying me as well. All of this to me is, it starts from the top down, and I got to put them in different situations to make them better, and they will. I mean, these guys are good, and we're gonna be good. We will be good. As much as it might be hard to see right now, the belief for me is not going away, and it never will. And I don't think the belief in that locker room has gone away either. I mean, we've been, we've had some injuries, some bugs, but everyone has that, right? And in the end, when you're playing the other team, and the fan base and the people that support us are behind us, like, in the end, I don't think anyone really cares, and they shouldn't, right? Because we got good players, whether guys are hurt or not, and we got to do it, and we're not, and it's it 100% falls on me, and we got to continue to do a better job to put ourselves in situations to win and play a clean baseball game.
When it comes to tomorrow, how helpful is it to get right back on the horse, I guess, and then also, do you have a starting pitcher for tomorrow against Texas Southern yet?
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to. Yeah, I mean, definitely helpful. Like, it's going to be, you got to chew on losses, and it's always good to jump back the next day. So that's the beauty of our only double midweek this week. As far as starting pitching, not 100% sure. Possibly Aiden Sims. Just need to go look at it. We had some guys still out this weekend, and so I would say maybe Sims or Lines. We'll talk about it tonight in the morning. Kind of go from there.
You saw Caden Wilson was announced or was listed as a projected starter. Was he available tonight?
No, he's not available. He had just a little bit of shoulder soreness. We don't think it's a thing, but he has an MRI scheduled for the morning, and we're hoping that MRI is mostly just to clear his head a little bit. But I can't comfortably, even though I was told he could pitch. I can't comfortably start a kid that has an MRI scheduled the next day. Like, I'm just not doing that. That's just not good for him. That's not good for anyone. So once we get that back, we anticipate it being okay. Once that happens, he'll be good to pitch. But that's just not something I'm ever going to do.
Bergen seemed a little shaken up after that collision at first base. What seemed to be causing him pain there?
I think you just when you run into a guy and he's not hurt, he's fine. I just kind of shook him up a little bit, like, just like any time you might run into some guy and not expect it. I think he's fine. He's completely okay. So I ran for him at second just to put more speed on the base paths for base hits, and nothing to do with any sort of injury. As far as I know at this moment, he seems okay.
Nice coach.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Coach.